We use the same color for love, the thing that binds us, and for war, the thing that destroys us. The alien then asked me a question. Are you sure they are different? If we all documented our lives in books and read those books back to ourselves, I imagine they would feel ordinary. Of course they would. We've lived every single page. But what if an alien read that book? At a previous Toastmasters meeting, I got the table topics question. How would you describe love to an alien? I responded to the question and I thought that was the end of it. Then later that night, I had a dream. The world had been invaded by a troop of aliens. And as the aliens addressed us, we stood before them, terrified. The leader of the aliens addressed us, and she told us that the only way we would be set free was if someone explained the word love to her. So I stepped forward. I mean, how hard could it be? I tell the alien that we use the word love to express deep affection towards someone or something. But there's a nuance, because I could say, I love this coffee, I love this city, I love my mother, I'm in love with this man. And they would all mean different things. The alien tilted her head, because in her world, using the same language in so many instances would be considered strange. I saw how confused she was, so I explained further. Okay, when I say I love, that's a verb, it's something we do. But when I say I am in love, that's a state. It is something that has happened to us, something we fell into. Then the alien asked me, how do you fall into love? It was at this moment I knew I made a terrible mistake. I was the wrong human representative to answer this question because I had never fallen in love. But as far as I know, no one knows how it happens. We just know that it does. And when it does, we mark it. So I deflected the question by telling her about the marking. I tell her that when two humans are in love, every year they celebrate. They call it an anniversary. The alien still looks confused. So I tell her, okay, a year is a full rotation of the Earth around the sun. Of our planets completing one revolution around the star is how we measure love. A full orbit to ratify what we already feel every single day. This alien finds this ridiculous. And then she murmurs to her troop, these creatures celebrate love by measuring how many times their planet has gone around the star. And then she glances at me like she's holding back laughter. But she does not laugh. She's too polite. But at this point, I'm frustrated. So I decide to tell her about the color of love. I tell this alien that the color of love is red. She does not react. So I figure, okay, I have to explain why. And then I open my mouth and I realize I do not know why. Red is the color of roses and strawberries and Valentine's Day cards. But it's also the color of blood. It's also the color of fire. It's also the color of every war flag, every emergency, every stop sign. I tell this alien that we use the same color for love, the thing that binds us, and for war, the thing that destroys us. The alien then asks me a question. Are you sure they are different? Whew. I did not see that coming. But think about it. Love and war both make us bleed. Love and war both change us. Love and war both demand that we surrender. Maybe the reason we paint both red is that the body cannot tell them apart. The heart races the same way, the breath catches the same way, the world narrows the same way. Maybe red is not the color of love or the color of war. Maybe red is the color of being alive in a way that costs you something. This alien is still waiting for me to explain love. I have given her a verb, a state, a calendar, and a color. None of it has answered her question. I am not sure what happened to the fate of humanity because it was at this point I woke up from the dream. But let's not get distracted because this is not a speech about love or aliens. This is a speech about you. More specifically, it's a speech about the fact that you have been living inside your own lives for so long that you now take its peculiarities for granted. The alien made us see the ordinary word love from a completely new lens. The word needs a full orbit of the earth to mark it, the color of war to paint it, a verb and a state both fighting for it. This process is called defamiliarization, and it is one of the most powerful things a human mind can do. Remember the book about your life I mentioned in the beginning? I want you to imagine this book in the hands of the alien and imagine how invested she would be in the life you call ordinary because you've lived it and you know every single page. I imagine she would not be able to put this book down. She would read about your weird quirks, the things that make you you, and she would call it fascinating. She would read about the things you're proud of, the things you're quietly proud of, but you never really talk about because they seem too small, and she would highlight it. She would read about your contradictions, how you're brave in some rooms and terrified in others, and how all the things you love do not make sense altogether. And she would say, "This is the most complex character I have ever encountered." And you would say, "That's just me." And she would say, "Exactly." I imagine if this alien read all our books, she would realize that there is no default human, no template. Every single one of us is a first edition, a combination of ingredients mixed in a specific order, never to be replicated. But we have lived inside our own lives for so long that we now confuse familiar with ordinary. We have confused known with unremarkable. Tonight, I invite you to become the alien. Look at yourselves the way she would look at you, with no familiarity, no reason to take anything for granted. The alien made us look at the ordinary word love, and she could not even decode it, something we often take for granted. Imagine what she would see if she looked at you.